I watched an old woman lay out all her gold and jewelry. She only wanted one full meal. I did not even look at it. I raised my gun and told them to leave. This was the end of the world. Gold meant nothing here. Then she pulled out a small bag of seeds. With seeds, I could grow food. I felt tempted for a moment. She thought she had convinced me, but I handed the seeds back with no options left. She offered her daughter instead. I felt a quiet thrill inside. I had lived alone here for 7 years. After a short pause, I agreed. Let them inside. I stayed cautious. I searched them from head to toe. Only after finding no weapons did I relax. I cooked them a meal afterward. The old woman kept her word and stepped outside alone the next morning. They were supposed to leave, but the old woman asked for one more thing. She wanted to stay and help run the farm. I raised my gun again. My survival depended on caution. They were strangers, and strangers meant risk. She said nothing and stood up to leave, but after stepping outside, the girl came back holding a knife. I did not know her intent, so I aimed my gun ready to pull the trigger, but instead she used the knife to shave my beard. Moved by her sincerity, I broke my own rules and let them stay. I did not know this choice would cost me my life in the days that followed. The old woman worked during the day, but secretly watched my every move. She realized I held power because of the gun. While I talked with the girl, she searched my house. She discovered that although I carried a gun, there were no bullets inside the house, which meant I only had 2 bullets that night. The girl said she saw me put both bullets in my pocket. The old woman was pleased. She had the girl steal them the next day. The girl said she was going to wash by the river, so I let my guard down. The old woman picked up a shovel, pretending to plant seeds, slowly coming up behind me, intending to kill me with one strike. But then I noticed unfamiliar footprints. I realized the girl was in danger. I ran toward the river. The old woman followed, worried about her daughter. When we arrived, the girl had been taken by a man. Only one shoe remained. The old woman screamed her daughter's name, but there was no answer. I noticed broken branches and saw footprints matching the ones before I followed the trail. When I reached a field, I knew the man was close. I crouched down, reached into my pocket for bullets, and prepared for a fight. Then I realized the bullets were gone. I was certain they had been there in that moment. I understood the old woman had taken them the next second. I snapped my rifle shut and stood up. The attacker was less than 10 meters away. I fell to the ground. I grabbed the girl and stepped closer, pulling out a knife ready to finish me. Then I opened my eyes, pulled the knife from my leg, and drove it into his neck. I had used my body as bait, waiting for him to come close. I saved the girl, but my wound became infected. I burned